So the whole situation is different in a country which is warm and a country which is not warm. But in a country where it is very warm also, like Africa, there are complications due to too much of heat. Like we have the topic of, the equator passing through, and it heats up that area so much that it becomes full of jungles, very high trees and tall trees, and the whole place is covered with foliage so much that there's no possibility for any sunshine to penetrate through. And it's quite dark, it's full of darkness. So that extreme also comes in the same category as the extreme of the cold season. Now such people live there, and they naturally, because the sun is less, so they do not grow much, and they can be primitive people, and they can be quite aggressive, like they learn things from the animals, and they could be quite aggressive. So the balance has to be struck, and the balance is that we should desire and act. But the trouble is, in human atmosphere, there is a division of labor, I think. That one part of the country is thinking, another part of the country is acting. Under these circumstances, nothing will work out. So, a balance has to be struck where you have the Sushumna working out. Now, the Sushumna Nadi is the one where one would say is the equator. Is not equator, but is the axis of the Mother Earth. The axis of the Mother Earth is the Sushumna, and that has to act. And when it comes to that axis, it is the one that balances. Actually, there is nothing like a big pole inside the Mother Earth, which we can call it as an axis. There's nothing that is material inside the Mother Earth that we can call it as an axis, but it's the energy force which acts in such a manner that the Earth moves with such tremendous speed. When the cosmos is all spread out so much, it not only moves, but it creates day and night for us, so that daytime we can work and nighttime we can sleep, to give us a balance. Only also it moves in such a manner around the sun that half of the countries get the sun during the summertime and half of them get it during the winter time. That's the axis that acts and works out everything. Apart from that, this axis keeps all the distances necessary from other planets and other moving bodies in the cosmos. This axis is the intelligence of the Mother Earth. It is not only the intelligence, but it is the fragrance, and apart from it is the Sushumna Nadi, we can say, of the Mother Earth. Now, through this axis only, all these swayambhus and all these great happenings of earthquakes and all that takes place. This axis is the one which moves. It's an energy. We can call it axis as the energy. Moves the lava into different directions and pierces through different areas to create earthquakes, and also to have ज्वालामुखी लगा इंग्लिश में volcanoes. And all these things happen because the axis has sense what is to be done. This axis is the one that loves us. Because of this axis, we have seasons. The seasons are created beautifully to give us different varieties of food and varieties of things. The heat of the Mother Earth, if it is lost, then we'll have nothing on this earth. It will be all frozen and there will be all snow and we'll have no food, nothing, and it will be like moon living here. Now it is being specially created. First, the Mother Earth, when it was created through the heat of the sun. So we can say that the sun is the father of the Mother Earth. Then she was brought very close to the moon. So it cooled down, absolutely it cooled down, it was all snow. Then it was brought closer to the sun and moved at a point where life could start working. And that's how the whole thing was organized beautifully to make life grow in that area. Then when the life started growing, gradually we know that how the carbon was formed. Now the carbon is formed by the same axis because there's heat in the axis, the energy of heat that converts the plants into carbon. Now this carbon is later on forms the basis for, you can say, for the production of carbohydrates, you can say, or all organic matter. But to create life, we had to have another help, is the nitrogen. And this nitrogen was also, you'll be surprised to know, that was created by the same axis, by its movement. And when it created this nitrogen, the nitrogen gave us the amino acids. And when the amino acids were created within us, then we started our lives from amoeba and all that. Of course, this was done in the ocean, because in the ocean, with the movement, nitrogen was created and life was created, and then through the ocean it's emitted out, and that's how we have amino acids. With the amino acids, the formation of amino acids gave us the combinations and permutations, different lives. So in the whole evolutionary process, the Mother Earth has played a very big part through her axis.